Good afternoon and welcome to Legal Learning. My name is Victoria Sexton and I'm an attorney here at Coast to Coast Legal Aid of South Florida, and I represent survivors of human trafficking. Today in Legal Learning, we're going to focus on human trafficking expungements in Florida. Just some quick housekeeping. This presentation is not intended to provide specific legal advice. Information in today's presentation is current as of January 27th, 2022. This PowerPoint may not be reproduced, distributed, copied, or cited in whole or in part without Coast to Coast Legal Aid of South Florida's written permission. And for more information, please visit our website at www.coasttocoastlegalaid.org or call 954-736-2400. So I wanted to start off talking a little bit about why survivors of human trafficking may want to get an expungement. The first reason is that criminal records may prohibit survivors from obtaining certain degrees or jobs. And what I mean by that is that oftentimes when you're applying for law enforcement jobs, legal jobs, jobs in the federal government, jobs where you're working with children, or any of the degrees that you use for these jobs, there's background checks. And sometimes a criminal record may prohibit someone from going for these jobs or pursuing these degrees. I also wanted to talk about the new chapter or the clean slate idea. So for survivors, a lot of times moving forward, they are trying to, take the next step in their life. They've experienced unimaginable trauma and have been put through horrible victimization. So having a clean slate or new chapter is a great way to move forward, and an expungement is one way that survivors may do this. So just a quick little definition on what human trafficking is. Human trafficking involves the use of force, fraud, or coercion to obtain some type of labor or commercial sex act. In Florida, we have an expunction law called Criminal Law 9430583. It permits victims to expunge certain criminal records. It lays out who is considered a victim of human trafficking under the law, what crimes are not permitted to be expunged, how to expunge a criminal record, what you have to prove for expungements, and what documents are required, and what is the burden of proof for the survivor. So let's break it down and look at the basics. The first thing to qualify for this expungement is that the individual must be a victim of human trafficking. The crime must be an eligible crime for expungement, and the criminal record must be related to his, her, their victimization. So let's start off by figuring out who is considered a victim of human trafficking. Under the statute, a victim of human trafficking is a person subjected to coercion as defined in statute 78706 for the purpose of being used in human trafficking, a child under 18 years of age subjected to human trafficking, or an individual subjected to human trafficking as defined by federal law. So now we know what qualifies an individual as a victim of human trafficking. Let's look at what crimes and records are not eligible. Individuals' crimes and records not permitted for expunction listed in statute 775084. This includes habitual offenders, so people who have committed multiple acts of crime, violent crimes such as arson, sexual battery, robbery, kidnapping, aggravated child abuse, aggravated abuse of an elderly person or a disabled adult, and the list goes on. What's important to remember from here is to please review the statute to make sure you're aware of all ineligible crimes and records. So the last thing that's really important is that the criminal record, charge, or arrest is related to the victimization. So under the statute, a criminal record, charge, or arrest is considered related to victimization if the arrest or filing of charges for one or more offenses committed or reported to have been committed while the person was a victim of human trafficking, which offense was committed or reported to have been committed as part of a human trafficking scheme of which the person was a victim, or at the direction of the operator of the scheme. So essentially, if the person was currently being trafficked when they were forced to commit the crime. If the person was directed by the trafficker to commit the crime, then these are the types of crimes that would qualify for expungement. So if you or somebody you know is a survivor of human trafficking and needs a criminal expungement, please reach out to us at Coast to Coast Legal Aid. We would love to help you. We are a nonprofit law firm and we do represent survivors of human trafficking. We will be posting this slide in the comments below. My information is on the bottom of the slide and will also be posted in the comments. Again, contact us please. My email to my direct email is vsexton@legalaid.org or call us at 954-736-2495 or at 954-736-2400. Just for everyone to know, we have 3 units here at Coast to Coast Legal Aid. We have the Family Law Unit, the Senior Unit, and the Economic Advocacy and Community Health Unit. We do a variety of different kind of legal cases. If you have questions, please check out our website at www.coasttocoastlegalaid.org. And thank you so much for joining us today. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And again, our information if you have any questions.